My name is Renison Jeffrey, and this is the Workers' Rights Platform. Today we are going to take you around the streets of state, where we are going to talk about the homeless on the streets. A long forgotten world that both the government and the opposition seems not to care. And what I and Sheldon Khan is attempting to do is to shine light in that dark spot. We are going to reveal to you the things that they don't want to tell you. We are going to show you first-handedly what is taking place on your streets.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me first start by saying that we want to thank you for your continued support in all our endeavors in trying to highlight matters of concern that we, for the past year, my name being Sheldon Khan from the Progressive Empowerment Party, along with my friend here, Renison Jeffrey from the Progressive Empowerment Party. And again, let me say, we want to start off by thanking you, the viewers, for your support, for your strength, for your guidance, for your prayers, in helping us, in pointing us, in encouraging us, to agitate for a better country, in agitating for better living conditions for our brothers and sisters. And with that, we want to say a special season greetings to you, our fellow brothers and sisters. But tonight, we are in the city of Port of Spain, and we are here to once again reach out to you because we believe that the power to change this country lies with you. If you are able to understand that your vote, your voice matters, and despite who is in power, if you decide that something and you put your voice behind that, anything can change. And with that tonight, this been a time of family and friends and loved ones and all of that. We are here tonight in Port of Spain to address a concern with homeless people, homeless persons, displaced persons. Because we would have, persons within our group would have contacted us for the Christmas season, because a lot of them would have been trying to reach out not only to their family but to the homeless as well, trying to give them hampers and those sort of things. But people are also asking, what is the government's responsibility where homeless persons are concerned? When you see a government minister driving a Porsche Cayenne, someone told me, where do all these government ministers get the money to drive all these Porsche Cayennes? Where does a government minister start off being a person in your community that nobody would have heard of before, would have had no formal wealth, and after 5 years in office, become one of the richest man in the Caribbean? But yet in the capital city, you have people, citizens who, for election, those same ministers would go and collect those persons and bathe them and clothe them, and bring them to vote. But after election, they're on the streets, under buildings, sleeping on cardboard. And that is what we are here tonight. We are here because we believe for the new year 2024, our brothers and sisters who are living on the street need better, more living conditions. And we are calling upon our Prime Minister to address this. We are calling upon our opposition leader to agitate for this. We are calling on all our MPs to address this. Because when you say that you are going up for office to represent the people, but yet you have the people living on the street, then what it is you are going up for? Somebody asked me that over the holidays. When you have a person going up for office, but you only see them agitating during election, where do these people come from? How do they qualify to be a minister if you never see them helping nobody before that? And tonight, we are here to highlight homeless citizens' concern.
Well, I'm in the background here, and as Sheldon can say, I need not go through a long introduction. But I know I is Fernando Jeffrey, and I'm a comrade of Sheldon can. And he would have said it all. The ministers, the people in government, the opposition have a responsibility. And that responsibility, like they're not taking the job serious. Now, we would have journeyed here from quite point 14 to come here in Port of Spain to highlight a situation apparently in which the MP or the minister for the area are not highlighting. Everybody comfortable, sleeping in a nice house, eating ham, and liking themselves, the covering up, but there are people outside here underneath these elements can. You understand? And this thing going on year in, year out.
This thing hurting.
Yeah, it hurting me. You understand?
When you could see a brother like that.
Yeah.
When you could see brothers like how we looking out there and seeing that brother on the pavement there. When you could see a brother like that, and you know, come election time, they're going on.
You're not coming by your door.
They're going to put him in a jersey. They're going to beat him and put him in a jersey and bring him to vote. But after election, they don't care about you.
No, I'm glad they bring up that part in a camp. I'm glad can bring up that part. Because we could even say they only care about your vote. And that is why we was implicating or advocating for referendum. Instead of choosing the person that you want, you could choose what you want. No more. We should reject the politics of the day. No more we should take that. That when election day come, yeah, the run the pay in a jersey. The run the pay in a thing, the gear a little 300. Oh, come on, we know about it. The gear 300 that'll pull up in a jersey and they felt it. So we go in here now on a journey to show you the people what's going on within your city, which you paying for. You pay the government. We paying them. I'm not saying you, but we paying them to do a service, and we will show you what's taking place.
Now, but not only that, we want to show you, right? We want to show you how much the politicians do not care about you. Because for election day, we would have gotten reports where people would have told us that reps were bathing and cleaning up homeless persons and putting them in jersey and bringing them to vote. So you are only important come election day. And after the election day, they don't want to hear about you. After election day, they don't want to hear about you. After election day, you are no longer important. Your only importance is to vote for them for a Jay-Z or $500. And then after election, they could steal as much money as they want. You understand? So you would have had politicians or the election machinery. When they say that the PNM is an expert at winning election, I didn't know understand what they were trying to say. But now, and that's what they try to say, because they're an expert. When the Prime Minister could influence the boards and the commissions, that he could choose the commissioner that he want. If he have so much power, when he on the golf course playing golf, cutting the deals so that the rich could get richer. What about these citizens here? Sleeping on the street. They're not rich enough. Their richness is not important. They don't need to get richer. They don't need to get richer. Their richness is how much cardboard box they have in their possession. That is their richness. I am more cardboard box than you, so I richer than you. That is their riches, You know? So I want this year coming, 2024, I want the ministers and the representatives and the wannabe representatives. I want all of them. I want all of them to take a New Year's resolution that these people here, see these people here, they are citizens too. And they're not only important election day. They need to get richer too. I want the opposition leader to bring this before the parliament as a topic of discussion. I want every single representative, as small, as mild as you are, I want you, the public, to agitate for this, because this could be you. I would have remembered we went and do a video for a school where you had a student body of 400 children, but you had a school transport service for only 100 kids. And I was explaining and asking people, if it is that you can't reach the school on time, you reach in the school 10 o'clock in the morning, and you should go 7 o'clock in the night, then what is your job opportunities after that? And this happening 20 years now. So it's the system. When PNM said that they have had the longest term of office in power, is it that you design the system in such a way so that your citizens can end up like this, fighting for cardboard boxes? Is that the case? When you're dancing in whichever establishment tomorrow night, you understand? I would like you very much to remember these people here. Because these people here are fathers, uncles, brothers, mothers, sisters, voting citizens. It can't be the only important election day. And then after election day, they're not important anymore because you're in power now. After election day, all you care about is enriching yourself. How Somebody asked me that, how you could have a person who, before they became a representative, nobody knew. But after their 5 term of office, after their 5 years of term in office, they become one of the richest persons in the Caribbean. How does that happen? And nobody is brave enough to say anything about it. How can you have a prime minister that would come to the public and tell the public that his job is to get the rich richer? So, what about these people here? How could you have a minister of finance who could go to the IMS and laugh that he's putting people under these conditions? Laugh! I raised gas and they didn't riot. I raise it again. If how could you have a country of pensioners the day that the pension is available in the bank, a line up outside? So you have homeless people outside the bank in the night sleeping, and you have pensioners during the day outside the bank waiting to collect the pension, and they mining.
But them too big rat there, boy.
Them rat ain't brave enough to come outside. Yeah?
Homeless, the man sleep out of the car, them rat, boy.
Yeah? So you have so you have homeless people sleeping outside the bank in the night, and then you have pensioners lining up outside the bank during the day because their pension could only last them up until the 3rd week in the month. But yet the finance minister is saying that pensioners have agreed to the increase in the electricity rates. And you have fools coming before you and telling you, Madam Speaker, I already have my bicycle, you know, and my coal pot. You don't need to eat pie every day. You don't need to pie. Trinidadians you need to sacrifice. You need to sacrifice so she could spend $60,000 on her phone bill. And this is the kind of representation that we are getting to. This is the kind of representation that people in Trinidad have gotten so fed up of that 90% of the population didn't vote. They have gotten so frustrated with this kind of representation that 90% of the people did not vote. They have just said, you see these bunch of whatever, I have no interest in them anymore. I have no confidence in them anymore. So tonight, while everyone is enjoying the season, enjoying their family, you know, I would love if we would take a moment out to think about these brothers and sisters who are out here sleeping on the pavement. I would like something better to be done about their situation. I am calling on the Prime Minister to do something about this. We will be writing formally to the Prime Minister as well as the opposition. We will be writing to both head of those 2 parties as well, asking their intention as to how they intend to address this most dire concern. We will be writing to find out what is their intentions for these persons for this coming year. We would like, and we are hoping, I will be saying a special prayer on New Year's night in my church for these brothers and sisters here, hoping that my prayer can reach the Prime Minister and the opposition leader so that they could find a way to help these brothers and sisters here, so that the next time I pass here, I will not see these voting citizens sleeping on the pavement in a country that sells gas and oil. What is the point of us boasting that we sell gas and oil? We have a Porsche Cayenne or a Porsche dealership, and you have citizens sleeping on the street. Randy, someone want to say something?
No, well, what I'm saying is that we going out and we going and showing outside what taking place, because we are part of this country too. And for most of you all that don't know the nightlife, what's the time now, Can? I was 11:34.
11:34.
This is Port of Spain here, 11:34. So we're going out and we give you a quick pan of the area. You understand? Because some of them people and them who on the street that pride to it. Some of them don't want to be under the camera and them kind of thing. So we give you a quick pan of the area and let you know, well, you go see what taking place outside here. So I put you back on the car here now, so you go say final words and you close off this part and we go outside.
I don't have any final words. I will not have final words until this is addressed. As long as this continues, and let me say this clear because somebody asked me this today. Philip or anybody else could leave the Progressive Employment Party. That doesn't concern me. Once I have brothers and sisters living in this condition, I fight it. Die my final word. Yeah, so good afternoon. You wanna just walk around the corner? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Follow your comment. Yeah. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sheldon. I'm from the Progressive Empowerment Party for the Point 14 constituency. And they might say, what can from Point doing in Port of Spain? But we like to agitate for our brothers and sisters. And persons from our party would have reached out to us because of the living conditions, if you want to call that, or the situation with brothers and sisters in the city of Port of Spain and what they're going through. And we have come to the realization that it have certain people, they're only important to the public, they're only important to the politician when it's time to vote. But when election done, the importance when election done, the importance cease to exist. Because when election gone, they don't need them anymore. They already reaching power. They don't become existent anymore. They don't see them anymore. But come election time, they come and they bid them and they put them on a jersey and they pay them $5 or they give them a KFC. In a country that's selling billions of dollars in oil and gas. Billions of dollars in oil and gas. In a country where you have a failed education system. Somebody tell me the drug trade is the reason for the crime. The drug trade is the reason for the crime. This is the reason for the crime. The reason for the crime is because you have poor social conditions. You have poor social conditions. This is the reason for the crime because, you understand, if you have poor social conditions, you'll always have crime. If your citizens, your voting public could reach to this position, how can you not have crime? How can you not have crime? How can you not have crime if your voting citizens are put in a place, in a position of no hope, that they could be sleeping on the street, sleeping on the pavement, and you passing in your BMW.
Yeah, I'm sure some of them ministers will be passing it.
But this is Port of Spain. Wait, the prime ministers, my mother told me, she said, when the prime minister office in Port of Spain, he had to pass here to see them. The opposition leader, she has to pass here. Mr. Breadfruit, he had to pass here. Mr. Macaroni Pie, he had to pass here. Mr. I go raise the gas price twice. And then riot, he have to pass here. Mr. Hairdy, he had to pass here.
And it's only a game I feel with the ministers and them, because I mean, if they're responsible for certain things, what's going on here?
But what is more important than your citizens? You know, we would have gone to a park today, and Carnival is 2 months away. We would have brought up this last year. Carnival is 2 months away. We would have gone to a park today and see them setting up for Carnival already. So that means that they have already started expending government funds for Carnival, right? But your citizens, so you're renting tent for Carnival while your citizens sleeping outside in the rain. So you could imagine what these brothers and sisters go through when rain falls. I mean, they're outside here tonight. Because you know, Port of Spain is flood. Port of Spain is flood. Port of Spain is flood. So what does happen? You know, when you in the night sleep.
This is right by KFC.
Yeah, you know. That is the KFC that sells the most amount of chicken in the world, you know.
This is the part where they open it. And it is open here 24/7.
24/7. So if this KFC, that's just to tell you how much money this country have. If this KFC could record sales of the most amount of KFC sold worldwide, have money in the country. Somebody say, boy, I never see so much Porsche carrying in one country before. And most of them driven by government ministers. But yet the persons that the government ministers are responsible for are sleeping on the street. You know?
Let me take our walk some. Take our walk some. Right, just now we are heading down to the next location. As you can see, we are heading down to the next location, in which we are going to show you what is taking place in your country. And as a responsible citizen, some of the things that might be there, or you might be taking it lightly.
Taking it for granted.
Yeah, taking it for granted. And you know what I'm saying about that? Or don't be quick to judge people, you know. I know some of your trolls and things will come and say, boy, some of them they end up in that kind of position, and you know what lead them there. But let me ask you something.
Yeah, but it is a responsibility. That's what representation means. When you say that you want to go up for office, it means to say that you want to solve problems.
Yeah, but
that's what they pay you those perks for, you know. You don't pay those perks to sit down there and and use your position to buy a Prado, you know. They don't give you that position so you can dress up in a nice suit or a nice dress and talk fluff, you know. Your job is to look out for the citizens.
And more important than that, they see I like how you're hitting it too, you know. But I want to go a little lower. And here why I want to go a little lower. I want to start to deal with the trolls especially. Or I might say a man try to put himself in that position, but it's not all the time that is the fact. You feel a man want to be a vagrant? You know why a man end up in that position. Somebody might burn down your house. If his father and his mother might be dead. But I could to say a man want to be on the streets.
But those same trolls have family living on the street.
Yes,
those same trolls live in communities where they cannot explain or they don't want to admit that is the social conditions created by the government because of their lack of care, their lack of fortitude that creates that. If you as a caring, understanding representative represent your people, there will be no persons living on the street because there are facilities for that.
And what we are saying basically in advocating for things like this, something better could be done, is what they are paid for. They are paid for proper representation, and powers that be needs to do something about this. Otherwise we will be making a lot of trips up for the speed and showing up the kind of nonsense that taking place there. Because we would have passed up on them street there and can I sure can't go and fix the rim. The man tire nearly bust. And that is the kind of thing that we go in and we have a pitch take in Trinidad. I come from the area of pitch take. So what we are saying is this. If we had to make 10 trips up Sando up for a speed a week to show up what's taking place here, because everybody running, Fitzgerald Lines, Keith Rowley, the next health minister running up in the nice parliament and they're blocking off the self. But they are being insulated through government funds. You understand? So they ain't seeing the pressures that people facing because that tax break. You understand? That big tax break. And you have nothing. And what we are going to do here is to launch a series of videos. They just one of many. And we will show you what you're getting for your representation.
This 2024, we coming for this. This 2024, we coming for this.
And you see that, and it's that. And we are going to the next location to show you what's taking place. We're going back south here and we will show you what's taking place in San Fernando on your permanent. What we paying for. Right, good evening, good night, a matter of fact. Now is 12:36 a.m. in the morning and we're in the area of San Fernando. We're here to talk about an issue that a lot of the people are afraid to talk about. The issue with homelessness in Trinidad and Tobago. And we're going to show you what's taking place here on this promenade here in San Fernando.
Opposite the mayor's office. Opposite the office of the representative for the person who is supposed to be responsible for the city of San Fernando. And when we say representative, it means the person that the majority of persons in San Fernando, the majority of citizens in San Fernando would have voted for because they would have believed by voting for this person, they would have been voting for a better life, a better standard of living, better living conditions. So persons vote for their representative with the hope of that representative bettering their lives and their livelihoods. But that is not happening in Trinidad and Tobago, because you have representatives that are only concerned about the citizens at election time. Because after election, you see those same citizens living on the street. So for election day, you have persons of political parties cleaning up and putting homeless persons in jerseys and carrying them to vote. But these same persons have family, because in this season of giving and hoping and praying and making New Year's resolution, these brothers and sisters, they also had hopes, they also had dreams, and yes, they found themselves in a position that has left them or is having them living on the streets. They also had dreams. And we are saying that is what your representative responsibility is. It is to look after the citizens. It's not only to acquire a BMW. It's not only to acquire spending. It's not only to have mayor's ball. So this year, when you're having your New Year's Eve party, making a resolution, we would like the representatives of San Fernando and Port of Spain. We would like all the representatives of Trinidad and Tobago to think about the homeless people living on the street. Think about what they're going through. Don't only think about them at election time. Don't only care about them when you want them to vote for you. Your job is to look for them, look towards them, look at them all the time. And they're right outside your office. If Fernando could show you, could turn the camera so you could see that we are on the promenade in San Fernando. And the mayor's office is on the promenade. And from his office, he can look at homeless people across the street. We'll be writing to the mayor to ask him how he plans to address the concerns of these citizens, these burgesses, these constituents. Because this is part of his job function. When you apply, when you put yourself up for representation, you're also applying to take care of these brothers and sisters living on the street. They are part of your responsibility as well. And that is why we are here tonight, to bring this reality to its fruition, because we realize that people are passing these people in these circumstances and behaving like they're not seeing them. So they only know their value at election time. And outside of election, they don't care. New Year's night, when you stretch your hand for that special bottle of rum, or that special person, we want you to also stretch your heart towards these brothers and sisters as well. Don't only stretch your thought into them when is election time. We also want you to stretch your heart and your thoughts towards them for this coming new year as well. We don't only want you to understand their importance on election day. You see, look at this here. Look at gentleman, a brother, a father, a nephew, a son. Look at that. He is actually sleeping in front the town hall, the city hall of San Fernando. If that does not put things in perspective as to the lack of responsibility, as to the lack of representation that the citizens in this country, I could fully understand now why 90% of the population would not have voted. Because if you have citizens sleeping on the homeless, if you have homeless citizens sleeping on the doorsteps of the most powerful office in San Fernando, if you have homeless citizens sleeping on the doorstep of the most powerful office, government office official in San Fernando, how do you then expect citizens to have confidence in their representatives? How then? How then when people say they're not interested in voting for either party because they're not seeing where their vote matters. If it is that you only care about these people on election day, then how do you expect them to care or believe that voting has consequences, that if they vote they could change, that things would change? And this is what they're going through the rest of the 5 years. So one day out of the 5 years, you want them to come and vote, but for the rest of the 5 years, they're sleeping on the pavement in front of your office, and you care nothing about them.
You are watching this thing here. This thing here. It's very disrespectful, and you know what I say, ne? No mayor again. The mayor again, he cannot deny what we now see. This is what going on here at 12:45 a.m. in the morning on your doorstep. The picture can't be more real than this. You cannot deny that there are people that need a place to stay, and your opportunity, your duty as the mayor is to see about the city of San Fernando, and this is what's going on your doorstep.
And you don't know.
You can't say, hey, no, because watch me, there's a saying that from a guy that called William Wilberforce. You could choose to, you had to choose to turn away, you know? But you cannot say that I don't know something when I already know it again. You can't say I don't know it. You know this thing going on for years in Sando. So you ain't come up with a comprehensive plan as yet that could alleviate this situation here with the homeless.
The comprehensive plan is to leave him there until election day, and then you clean him up and you put him in a jersey and you let him come and vote, and then after that you don't care for the next 5 years.
And you know what I say, now kind of on a trajectory here that I want to think. I am disappointed in you, Keith Christopher Rowley. I am also disappointed in the opposition as well, you Kamala Persad-Bissessar. And at this point in time, we are calling on you to make a statement concerning this. Rodal Munilal, come on, you too. I disappointed in you because things like this, we know the poor will always be with us. But there are certain circumstances in which we would have elected members of parliament to alleviate. And I say in my tenure here, they have failed in their duty to perform as ministers. And that's why I want to say in a nutshell. But we go around on the next side because hear what I say there. There not much people here because the money pull in. I go show you where they're pulling in. The right behind that wall right there, so. The right behind that wall. And this is what going on here at 12:47 a.m. We going again. Because when you're getting tired, when you lie down sleeping on a nice soft bed, somehow you're throwing out mattress because when you say, nah, that mattress ain't comfortable. A man has to sit down and lie down on the pavement. That is what going on here. And in front of the mayor office, and all in front of the station. Yeah. All in front of the station. What's going on in that street there? This is the level of poverty that's taking place here in our country. And nobody has nothing to say. Everybody just think somebody living there or you understand what's taking place here, you know. Somebody living there. Somebody living there. What the plans and things. Or you could do better than this, Keith Christopher, or you could do better than this. Or you could do plenty better than this. I ain't get that though. I'll make a next back here. I'll make a spinning again, but there you go. We coming from quite point 14. Understand I and Nigel can. And days what we just do. When people I don't sleep in the night. I can't sleep. It have vendors still at the table outside. People spending night outside here. What? They spending night because they're trying to make $1. Waiting they think of around there. You know? People trying to make $1. People ain't going home. They're burning the two sides of the candle, the midlight oil.
Why people trying to make $1? In both boasting that he raising gas prices and nobody ain't right, so he go raise it again.
Yeah, imagine you had to stay underneath that tent all night because you don't know what's taking place. People trying to make it. If you know I now interrupt it in the box. But anyway, I don't know Sando already. I don't know. I'm gonna show you a little bit here the KFC up on top of the hill here. Making the wrongs. People outside trying to make $1 who going home, who coming from casino, all kind of thing. There's all kind of thing taking place here. Casino, man. Man outside late. Yeah. Yeah, down there, that market street down there. Man outside late. We don't know. We can't cover everything, but can't watch that. It's a disappointment in what I see in me.
Especially for a country that's selling oil and gas 60 years now.
Yeah, 60 years now. We're selling oil and gas. We boasting all over the place. And one set of things that taking place here. Watch. The homeless. All of them here. Lie, man. This is what's going on in the night. We're trying to make a dollar. Watch. What's going on here? This is what's going on here in we country. And this is what they're trying to hide from all here. This is what they're hiding. That is why they worry to hush we mouth. You understand? That is why they worry to send pre-action protocol letter like that. That is why, because they could bring me before the system that they control. And all that they do is just bring me there. That is all. And the get whatever judgment the want. It's none of fear game in Trinidad, people. And as I saying, we will go all over Trinidad and Tobago. And we will highlight the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Or you ain't getting this from nobody. Can I never see a politician or somebody that purported to be wanting to lead people ever do this?
No, because all they want to do is get to drive a BMW.
Yeah, that's all they want to do. And that is why we telling you, give us a chance. Let me change Trinidad and Tobago. Me one of Benz, me one of Parado here. I want to work for you, the people. So the area that I does represent is Library, and Sheldon does represent Point 14. Give us a chance. Let me reshape how this thing going. Because I sure I fed up. I fed up too. I fed up at what taking place. You understand? What proper representation? These is the men that you need to vote in. Man, we going back so and we go show you where people going through. This is all of this is part of we plan to alleviate all of these things. You getting tired power in Trinidad, this thing. And the hiding and the telling you, hey, it's not no poverty. Little girls in crying when the woman did with the thing and they saying that, oh, that Faris Alwari daughter. She would have talked the truth. There are a level of poverty that exists in Trinidad and Tobago that they want oil to turn a blind eye to. The oil, the land of milk and honey. That would have oil to know how into it. It's a real poverty that taking place here. Can we go in and we showing here. We go in and show you a 2-bedroom apartment just now. Outside our police station. A big 2-bedroom apartment. You understand? Build out a cardboard box. Umbrella hole, tarpaulin where people have all over the place. You understand? We go show you what going on there. Men outside.
You know, I would have spoken to somebody about homeless persons today. And he would have said, you know, plenty of them who are homeless, they want to be there. I'm thinking to myself, really?
Nah. That had to be one of the most dotish comments I ever hear. Who want to be homeless?
I'm thinking to myself.
If you had the opportunity, who want to be homeless?
I'm thinking to myself, really? So you telling me that guy who's sleeping on the pavement in front City Hall, San Fernando, he want to be sleeping there? Really? That's what you telling me?
You see, that what them trolls just say when they want to protect the party. And the comments just vary as to who in power. Right now the PNM in power, so they're saying, yeah, the PNMite and them go say, yeah, boy, leave them, they don't want to be there. If it was the opposition, the same thing. What plan or you have to alleviate this thing? Your citizens suffering by.
So then, if they want to be there, right, what is your responsibility as their representative? Would you leave your son there? If your son, if that was your son, if that was the mayor's son, or the mayor's brother, or the mayor's uncle, or the mayor's father, or the mayor's son, you think he would have been there? When you say that you want to be this guy's representative, that is the job you're applying for. You know? You are applying to take care of him. That's what you're being paid for, you know. You're not being paid to have pan on the street in San Fernando, you know.
Can't let me go and show them the 2-bedroom apartment now. And watch me. If rain fall, you understand? Just like the big bad wolf. You understand? The whole 2-bedroom house going and break down just so. We go show you this right outside there, the hospital, or you getting tired up. This is what going on here. That the teaching hospital, they look at it. Watch that tall building. Massive in height. You understand? What going on here? 2-bedroom apartment, I go show you. This is what going on here, down.
Doesn't care.
Watch me, I see the demeanor change in a card. Yeah, so I know this thing, it's hot in me too. But the raw facts have to come out. I mean, the people have to see what's going on in our country. It's about time that we start to pull the blinders off. And we hear about the same thing going on in Tobago, you know. And trust me, we come in there too.
Fali, be on notice.
Well, people, with that, we out right now and we will bring another segment to you in which you go see for yourself. We does always provide the proof, the evidence. You understand? Because I know he's a man, I know closing words, you know, but we have to tell the audience.
We have more videos to come.
Well, right, and it's that.